Which FPV drone is right for you? The GEPRC Vapor D6 is a 6-inch quad that is compact and efficient. It's light, it's portable, and it has surprisingly long flight times while still being agile enough to freestyle. It's a bit like a jet fighter. But then we have the GEPRC Moz7, a 7-inch beast built for big battery stability and cinematic cruising. It's a bit like flying a school bus, but in a good way. So the question is, if you were to choose one, which one should you go for? And that's exactly what we're going to break down in this video, the differences that actually matter and which one I would recommend at the end. But for now, we really have to go flying because these views are incredible.
Okay, let's go.
Whoops! So both of these drones have a different purpose and use case. The GEPRC Vapor D6 is portable, efficient, and beginner friendly for FPV long range. It's great for long flights without the huge batteries, but still agile enough for some freestyle. Now the Moz7 is bigger, heavier, and more locked in. It was built for these cinematic, cruising, and epic lines if you don't mind the bulk. Of course, FPV isn't about how the drone flies, it's also about the footage you capture. So let's talk about the camera setups and what your video is really going to look like with each of these. Now both of these drones that I picked up from GEPRC have the DJI 04 Pro air unit. Now both also come in analog versions or without a VTX if you want to put in your own. The great thing with the DJI 04 air unit is that it's a 1/1.3 inch sensor. They can shoot up to 4K 120 with a 155-degree field of view. It's a low latency for a digital system and it's super reliable with a 1080p transmission. And the air unit even comes with 4GB internal storage, which isn't great, but at least it's something. Both of these quads are a dead cat version, which means no props in view. The Vapor does come in an X-frame if you prefer more freestyle and agility. Now both of these drones can handle an action camera, but the added weight would just reduce your flight time and its efficiency. That's a no-brainer. Obviously the Moz7 is going to handle a bigger payload due to the bigger, larger props. So if you want that natural looking motion blur, we can use ND filters, and these are the ones that I'm using from Freewell. They're actually the updated version, so they now clip on the top and bottom part of the camera compared to the old style. So these now stay secure when you're flying and not going to fall off. I'll leave a link down below. And if you want to get the most out of your footage, I suggest you shoot in D-Log-M, which has the most dynamic range, and you can color grade this in post. To save myself time, I use the LUTs that I created, as it's one click and you're done. All the footage you've been seeing in this video has been graded using this, so if you want to save time in the edit while maximizing footage quality, I'll leave a link down below. This also helps support the channel, which I really do appreciate, and allows me to continue making videos like this. Specs aside though, none of that matters if the drone doesn't feel good to fly. And this is where the difference between the Vapor and the Moz7 really shows. Now I've really enjoyed flying both of these drones since I picked them up from GEPRC. However, the one thing I have noticed when flying both of these is that they fly so different. The GEPRC Vapor D6 is lighter, responsive, and it's probably closer to freestyle. Think of it as a jet fighter.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
It's agile but efficient. However, it can still cruise and then it can just completely rip. The Moz7, however, it feels heavier and it's like flying a school bus, but in a good way. It's so smooth and stable and locked in when you're diving down mountain ridges. And let's not forget, because of these large antennas, this thing is built for long range. This thing will go far. We'll make a dedicated video on this in the future, so if something you'd like to see, let me know in the comments section down below. Okay, so they fly differently, but what about endurance? After all, flight time and efficiency is a big part of why people choose 6-inch over 7-inch. So here's what I found. After flying both, I found that the Vapor D6 is super efficient. I was getting long flight times of around 14 to 16 minutes on 6S packs. I'll put a card on screen now. As for the Moz7, I was getting around 11 to 12 minutes on my packs. But with the big Li-Ion builds, like an 8000, you could probably push much further, but I haven't tested yet. I wasn't able to get hold of that 8000 mAh Li-Ion battery due to shipping restrictions, so I'm unable to test to see if I can get to that theoretical flight time that GEPRC have claimed of 25 minutes. I think it's possible, but I'm waiting on for some cells to arrive that I can make one with my friend, and that way we can find out how much further and longer this drone can fly. The other great thing is that the Moz7 is more stable in the wind thanks to its size and weight. However, the Vapor strikes a better balance between agility and endurance. Now, of course, when you're flying further out, you want that peace of mind. So let's take a look at GEPRC rescue and durability and how each drone holds up. If you made it this far, chances are you're enjoying this video. And if you are, I'd really appreciate a like. Not only does it tell me you want more content like this, but it tells YouTube and it pushes out to more people so they can find this video. Also, while you're at it, why don't you let me know in the comments down below, which of these are you leaning towards more? Is it the Vapor D6 or is it the Moz7? Or if there's another one you have in mind, let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you want more content on drones, photography and gear reviews, then hit that subscribe button. Now let's continue.
Oh man, oh.
Now both of these drones have GPS rescue, which is great. However, they're not DJI level accurate. But it's enough to save you in a sticky situation. If you fail safe, or if you feel a little bit uncomfortable, you can just hit that GPS rescue button and your drone will return to home. I haven't tested this fully yet to see how accurate they actually are, so let me know in the comments if this is something you'd like to see. As for the durability, the Vapor is of lighter weight, and the great thing is that the arms form an X pattern in the middle, sandwiched between two plates, adding that rigidity. The Moz7, however, has thicker carbon plates which are reinforced with side braces, and it has these larger external antennas for stronger signal. Both these come with super sticky battery pads and aluminium side plates to protect that 04 camera unit. The Moz7 has better serviceability to remove side panels and cooling for the 04 air unit. As for crashes, it depends how hard, but unlike DJI drones, you can buy parts and fix these yourself. Now, I haven't crashed any of these drones yet, and I don't plan to. However, when it does happen, we'll find out what the durability is actually like. I'm assuming the faster you fly and the harder you hit something, it's not going to end well. But beyond flying, there's also the day-to-day side of actually owning these drones. So which ones are actually easier to pack, carry, and to live with? So this one might surprise you. The Vapor D6 is easier to pack because it's smaller, lighter, smaller battery packs, and it weighs 465 grams. And it's also surprisingly quieter in my opinion. The Moz7, however, is heavier at 750 grams with bigger, bulkier battery packs. is also more commitment to carry. I mean, both of these drones I can fit on my camera bag. However, with the Moz7, because it is a lot wider, I might want to remove the props to prevent any damage. The nice touches with the Moz7 is that the XT60 connector is actually built in with an anti-spark system to help protect the longevity of the electronics. It also has Bluetooth, so you can make adjustments via the SpeedyBee app in field. As the Vapor D6 is GEPRC's entry-level drone, it does not have the Bluetooth functionality as its premium brother, the Mark V. Both of these drones have TPU landing gear, which I love as it protects the arms and carbon on landings. And then it comes down to money. Both of these drones sit at different price points, and the real cost isn't just the quad, but everything that comes with it. So both of these drones are bind and fly quads, available with the O4 Pro, analog or without a VTX. Now the great thing is the Vapor actually has various versions. You have a 5 and 6 inch quad, and they both come in X-frame or dead cat versions. The one we've been looking at today is the 6 inch dead cat, and for the O4 Pro Air unit, it comes around $429 to $477 US, and this just depends on the receiver that you choose, whether it's plug and play, ELRS or Crossfire. The great thing is with the Vapor is that the battery packs are cheaper and all the accessories are cheaper as well. And this is GEPRC's budget entry-level drone. And this is cheaper than the premium version of the Mark V, which is also listed in the website, which is also a great drone. The Moz7, however, this is more of their flagship. It's a 7 inch. It's $674 to $709. So there's definitely more expensive up front. Then you have the added cost of the bigger batteries, which are much more expensive, and the props. So there's definitely a higher cost of ownership. But don't forget, you have the premium components such as the ESC with Bluetooth access, the extra cooling, the anti-spark system. So you get a lot more with this drone compared to the Vapor. It really just comes down to which do you value more, agility and efficiency or cinematic stability. What I'll do is I'll put affiliate links in the description box down below. You get 5% off through this link if you purchase through GEPRC, either of these drones and any of the accessories you buy as well. So if you need to pick up packs for these drones, you get 5% off as well. And I do get a small commission, and that just helps support the channel, and it'll be much appreciated. And these are both fantastic drones because I've been flying them both and absolutely love them. So here's where I want to make it simple. If you're on the fence for either of these drones, here's who I think each drone is for. So who should get what? Get the GEPRC Vapor D6 if you're coming from a 5 inch and you still want that portability efficiency, but you still want that agility. You want a mix of that freestyle and long range cruising. Get the GEPRC Moz7 if you're dedicated to long range. That's all you want to do basically. You don't mind carrying the extra weight, the extra bigger batteries. However, if you want the most stable flight and cruising and you know you want that reliability, get this. Now, if I had a budget for one and I was starting again and I was going to pick one of these drones, I would probably go this because it has that mix of freestyle and stable long range cruising. Like, this thing's amazing. It's like a jet fighter. And can you believe it? This is GEPRC's entry level drone. The Mark V is the Pro version. So yeah, if I was to pick one and only had a budget for one, get this. Now, if you would like some more behind the scenes content of this channel to see what I'm working on and what's coming up, creator tips, motivation and more, subscribe to my free weekly newsletter called Weekly Focus. I'll put a link in the description box down below. Now, if you would like to deeper dive into either of these drones, I've made reviews on both. Click here for the GEPRC Vapor D6 and click here for the GEPRC Moz7. I'll see you in the next one.